Welcome to Hoops Roundup with your host, Randy Silver. We break down the biggest sports stories from our favorite game, basketball. Today we have the FIBA World Cup semifinals, recap, analysis, and reaction. Game 1, the early game, Serbia versus Canada. Game 2, the later game, USA versus Germany. Both are final. Let's dive into it for you. The agenda, we'll go over the scores. We'll dive into the new bracket, who's in the championship game, third place game, consolation bracket, box score, game summaries, take you deep dive into the USA game, and preview those final games for you. One thing to make note of, teams who've already qualified for the Olympics. You have Africa, South Sudan, America, Canada, and US as the top two teams left. Asia, Japan, Europe, Serbia, and Germany, the last two teams left, who are now playing in the finals, so they're playing for supremacy. Oceania, Australia, and host France. There will be some qualifiers before the Olympics for other teams to get in, but pretty tough match right now for those teams trying to get into the Olympics. So, as you already know by coming to the video, Germany won, Serbia won. So it's Germany versus Serbia in the championship game, while Canada and US will play the third place game. That game will be at 4:40 a.m. Eastern Sunday, and the championship game will be 8:40 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. Let's preview USA versus Germany for you. One thing to make note of, Germany and USA played earlier in the FIBA tune-up game. This game was played in Abu Dhabi, where there was a string of games there for preview. USA won this game 99-91. However, USA was down in the second half. They took like a 15-point run to get the lead and never gave it back. So Germany knows how to play against the US. They understand them. There's a bunch of NBA players on the German team. So this was going to be a tough game. This was not going to be a walkover. Germany was also the only unbeaten team left, so they know how to play. So giving you that preview that they know each other, now we can dive into the game. The key players for Germany, Dennis Schroeder has been an MVP for them. He will be potentially the MVP of the tournament. He'll be on the All World Cup team. 18 points a game, 6 assists. He was on the Lakers, now he's on the Raptors. For us, Anthony Edwards has been playing really well. Last game, Mikal Bridges really stepped up. 18 minutes of play, had 24 points, 4 or 6 from shooting. Need him to do that again for us against Germany. Steve Kerr, so the keys of the game was offensive rebound, fast breaks. We did not do a good job against the 3 on that. Against Italy, we did a better job. Need to do it here and be able to hold Germany and not give them up 100 points. Your starters for Germany, you have the 5 right here. You're going to recognize from the NBA, Wagner, his brother, comes off the bench as a 6-man for Germany. You have Theis, and you have Schroeder. For the U.S., starting 5, the player not pictured here, you're going to see is Ingram. If you're late to the party, he started a couple games. He switched for Hart. Ingram is not playing this game altogether. He has a respiratory infection, unfortunately, so they said he was out. We could have really used him with his size and ability against German size. What are they playing for? A chance to go to the championship game on Sunday. The U.S. is seeking the 6th World Cup championship game, first since 2014. We lost out to Spain in 2018. So if we don't win, 10 years we haven't won the World Cup. And as the powerhouse in basketball, that says a lot. Here we go, pregame, getting into it, and we got the tip. USA got the first points of the game, just like they did against Italy, up 2-0, which is good. Halfway through the first, we're down 14-9. Germany started hot. They made a couple of threes, got a couple turnovers. USA was able to match back, but it felt like all tournament we started for deficit, and you can see here. United States against Germany overall is 3-0 in World Cup games. USA is 4-0 against Germany in World Cup and Olympic games. Obviously, that's not counting any of the preseason tune-up we talked about. USA got down 10, only a couple minutes later, 25-15. A couple bad turnovers again, good shot making. What Germany was doing really well, they were pick and passing. They were able to get in the paint, kick out the 3 and make it. They were able to get in the paint. They had cutters, be able to score. We were not doing a good job running with the cutters. We were not doing a good job keeping them out of the paint. Schroeder is fast, and he was really able to beat our perimeter defenders here. At the end of the first quarter, 33-31. Had a nice little bounce back towards the end of the quarter. When we look at the team stats, field goal percentage, Germany shot a whopping 64% from the field in the first quarter. That's too high. We shot 55, which is good, but you can't give up more. We had 11 Field goals to their 9. However, they made 4 threes. We made 1. That's kind of where you get the difference. Free throws, we sent them to the line 12 times already in the first quarter. That's a lot. Then we look at offensive rebounds. They had 3. We had 3 tied. They had 6 defensive rebounds to our 3. So everything else is kind of the same. We look at total turnovers. We had 0, which is great. That's been an issue throughout the tournament, and they had we created 3. Looking at box score, who's doing really well for each respective team. Wagner had 9 points in the first, so a couple of threes from both of them. For U.S., Brunson got up to a nice start, made some pick and pop shots. Edwards made a couple shots. Bridges had a couple of nice shots, good drives. And then off the bench, Reeves made a couple of shots, made a 3. So good to spread it around. Now we need to continue to pick it up. Tie game halfway through the second quarter, 39-39. Second quarter, went up 4. Biggest lead of the game for us so far. Then with halftime, we're up 1, 60-59. Good to go in at halftime with the lead. We can check out some of the stats for you. Field goals, percentage, they dropped down a bit. Ours went up a tad, 55-59%, but both teams are shooting really good. Threes, Germany made 7, we made 8, basically push. When we look at free throws, they're at 14-8, so 6 more free throws can make or break a game. Rebounds, this is where it started to be a difference. They had 7 offensive rebounds. Second chance points were massive, and we'll show that at the end of the game in the summary. We only had 3 offensive rebounds. And that really affected us being able to build a lead. But when we look at overall total turnovers, 6-4, so it kind of got about even. Stats, Wagner 14, Theis with 13, Opes with 9, so almost a couple players with double-doubles. We need to do a better job on defense. That's a lot of points to give up, even if we had the same. We had a couple players in double-doubles. Edwards with 15, Bridges with 15, Reeves with 10. So good all-around performance across the board. Can we continue to do it in the second half? We did not. We started the second half very poor. Down 70-64. They went on a quick 6-0, 7-0 run. We took a timeout to try to calm it down. By the end of the third quarter, it was 84-94. So we're down 10. We did not play a good third quarter. Gave up way too many points. When you look at the stats for the third quarter, they scored 35 points. We scored 24. We gave up 33, 26, and 35. Not playing good defense. When you look at the offensive rebounds again, they had 10 to our 4. Getting second chance points really hurt us. They made 12 threes. We were at 10. Their team shooting percentage is 60%. We're at 58. So we are giving up a lot of shots. We're giving up points. Although we're scoring points, we're not playing good defense. Look at the stats. Wagner's got 20. Schroeder's got 11. Ops with 19. Theis with 19. So 4 of the 5 players in the third quarter are in double digits. 3 are almost in 20-point plus. Bench has a couple points. So we're not playing good defense. When we look at ours, we slowed down a little bit in the third quarter. Bridges still only has 15. Edwards has 17. They both ended the half at 15. A couple of the players stepped up here. Made a couple of timely threes and shots, but overall, it's the defense that's letting us down. Halfway through the fourth quarter, we're down 10, 104-94, so still that margin. USA made a run to push it to 5 with 4 minutes left. Pushed it to 3 with 3:17 left. You felt like momentum was on USA side with their pedigree, with the NBA players. They should be able to push us across the line, but they did not. Still 3 with 2:20 left. 1:35 left. USA is down 1 to Germany. And then they got a massive 3 and they pushed it to 111, 107. USA could never get over the hump and get the lead. Just like in the Lithuania game, when you get that lead, you get that hump, it's psychologically advantage. We can never get it. 113, 107 left with 39 seconds. Reeves made a basket and was able to get a offensive foul. We got the ball back, and then USA threw it away when they could have pushed it a 1-point game. So it stayed 113, 109. We scored with 1 second left, 113, 111, and that is your game. Germany get the win, going to the World Cup championship, beat number 2 team in the world, USA. Here are some stats after the game we'll dive into. Field goal percentage, Germany shot 57%. We actually shot better, 58%, but they made 13 threes, our 12. Big difference. We ended up making more free throws, 23-24, so great percentage. They made 18-22. However, they were able to make just enough more twos, and they came from offensive rebounds. 12 to the 7, so kind of even out a bit, but too many offensive rebounds for us to be able to win the game. We look at total turnovers, 10 to 9 were even. It's a 1 point game, 2 point game to end the game. Those small margins make up the difference. We look at starters. Ops had the most points for Germany with 24 points. Theis with 21. Wagner with 22. Schroeder with 17. And he played a great point guard with 9 assists. Almost had a double-double. So they really played a great game. Germany here played out of their mind. And they've been playing really well all tournament. We look at the USA. Bridges with 17. Edwards really picked it up in the fourth quarter with 23 points total. However, it was just a little too late trying to make the comeback. Brunson with 15. Look at the bench. Reese had a solid 21 off the bench. We just were not able to do what we need to do to get the win. And we're going to show you some team stats to take this a little bit deeper for you. So let's dive into it. 27 points in the fourth to their 19, but we gave up 35 in the third, 29 in the second, 20. We gave up 26 in the second and 33 in the third, and it's just too much. Player of the game for us was Edwards, 23 points, 8 rebounds, plus 26 efficiency. Theis for Germany. And it's funny because he doesn't play a lot in the NBA. However, you can see his game is perfect for Euro basketball, for international basketball. He's able to sit the three, drive, make the passes that are needed, 21.7 rebounds. We look at the team comparison. Again, we can see here that it was close. They pulled away a little bit in the third quarter, and we're never able to get the lead back once they took it. Points from turnovers, we had 2 more points. Fast break points, 28 to 20. But second chance points, so again, those offensive rebounds, 25 to 8. That's where that game is lost right there. Points in the paint, 44-50 is a push. Points from the bench, 39-23. So we had more depth than you expect. But giving up 25 second chance points, way too much against a good team. You're not going to win that game. And we didn't. And unfortunately, because of that, USA is now in the third place game. Who is USA playing that third place game? Canada. Because Serbia beat Canada 95-86. You can see here by the team comparison. We'll come back in a second. Serbia had the lead most of the game on a very, very good Canada team, the best they may have ever had. Again, they qualified for the Olympics, get to be in the Final Four, either third or fourth place in this tournament. The biggest lead was around halftime, and they just kept it up around 10, 12 points the rest of the game, which is great for them, 15 points. Defensive rebounds, Serbia had 33 total rebounds to 22 for Canada. Defense rebounds 23 to 15. Offense rebounds 10 to 7. So just bigger in the paint. They won all the major categories: points from turnovers, fast break, second chance points, points in the paint, a plus 14 margin. They won by 9. That's a big difference. Points from the bench, you expect more from Canada. Nope, 12 more from Serbia there. So overall, Serbia played a lights out game. When you look at the box score, we can see here they were led by Bogdan Borodovic, who is an NBA player, 23 points, just crushed it. They had 12 points from Grudic, 16 points from Milanov, and 10 points from Everett Mitch. For Canada, Alexander's been playing great all tournament, had a pretty good game here, 15 points, 9 assists, was not able to get his team over the hump. RJ Barrett, 23 points, really balled out in this game. Olynyk, 9 points. Dylan Brooks with 16. So they got points from their starters, but as we said, their bench did not really come through. When we look at their shooting percentage, they made 10 threes, while Serbia made 9. That's a push. 27 twos, 17 twos. So that points in the paint, again, was the big deciding factor in Serbia beating Canada. As a result, that's how we get Germany versus Serbia in the finals of the FIBA World Cup. And then the third place game will be USA versus Canada. So let's preview the final game. Serbia versus Germany. They've only played once in the FIBA World Cup. Germany won by 1 point, 82-81. This was in 2010. We look at their comparison for the tournament. Shooting percentage, Germany shooting a whopping 62%. But no, Serbia beats them with a whopping 68% from 2. From 3, they're both shooting at 38%. Both from free throws, 77%. Overall, extremely matched there. We look at rebounds, 26-27. Defensively, 10-8 offensively, 36-35 is a push there. Key stats are all the same, basically. 1 up, 1 down. Points from turnover, 23-18. So we're getting a little bit more points from turnover from Serbia, fast break points 20-12, second chance points 15-10. So although Serbia may be getting more turnovers and fast break points, Germany's getting more offensive rebounds and second chance points. We look points from bench 37-37, time leading 30 minutes push, give or take either way. Just unbelievable how matched up they are. Two European powerhouses playing to see who's the best in Europe and the best in the world. When we look at the tournament, Germany's undefeated. Serbia's lost one game to Italy. They both won their groups coming into the knockout rounds. So this will be a really, really fun game. We'll see how they match up when the finals happen. Of course, come back here and we'll show you what that's like. US and Canada played head-to-head quite a bit in the World Championship 86. It's the last time. So Canada's really in a renaissance for basketball. USA won 77-65. If you look at all the scores, Canada has never beat USA in a World Cup of basketball game. So in terms of that psychological, we have an advantage. But last time was 1986. People aren't going to remember that. Many of these players maybe weren't even alive at that point. So not a lot there. When we look at the tournament, USA shooting a bit better, 54% to 50%, 62% 2 from 59% 3, 40% 3, 39% for Canada, and then free throws 80, 76. So USA shooting a bit better than Canada. When we look at defensive rebounds, USA is winning 30-24, offensive rebounds 12-9, total 39-36. So we're doing a bit better on the boards collectively. We're leading the tournament, USA, in blocks with 6 averaging a game. Canada's offering 2. Turnovers, they have 2 less a game. We have 14, they have 12. Points from turnovers, 22-18. Second chance points, 12-8. Canada's winning. Fast break points, we have a 12-point advantage, 26-14. And then points in the paint and points from the bench, we're killing them. So when you look at the stats and numbers, you think we're going to win this game. But when you come down to it and you're playing people that you know, like Canada's roster, you have Alexander, you got Dort, you got Powell, you got Barrett, who's going to know multiple players, Hart and Brunson from our team. They play together. You got Olynyk, you got Dylan Brooks. These players know each other. So it all comes push to shove. Is it going to matter at that point? In addition, when it's a third place game, how much effort is the team going to put into it? So you hope that USA comes out and really wants to get that W. That is how we get to, again, right here, the road to the final, Germany versus Serbia for the championship, and Canada versus US in the third place game. That is your FIBA World Cup semifinals recap, analysis, reaction. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. You've been here every day as we've been doing this on Hoops Roundup for you. If this is new to you, please subscribe. Go back and look in our bio. We have all the different roundups from each day. We will do the consolation games tomorrow, Lithuania versus Latvia, and Italy versus Slovenia. And then, of course, we'll have the finals for you in the third place game. Thank you for watching. Randy out. Sad day for Team USA.